Hi, hello, bonjour. Hold on. I'm good. I think I just beat myself a little bit, but let's not make it weird. I will say this, my body has impeccable timing, obviously, which you'll understand. This is very coherent with what's about to come. I'm here before you today, not as an expert, but as somebody surviving the messiness of midlife. So it's the wear your PJs kind of messiness, in case lunch break was adult for we can all take a quick nap, which it turned out not to be. It's also the I have speaking cards and a note from the bar last night kind of messiness, and a napkin, because this morning at breakfast I was delusional enough to sort of think, this is an excellent joke, you should put it in your talk later today. But then I wiped my face with the napkin and I blew my nose with it, so this is just a napkin. And the joke isn't coming. This is the not so illustrious phase of life where your back goes out more than you do, and you're finding joy in Swedish crime shows and discovering a new snack and pants that aren't too tight around the tummy, right? In midlife, you're basically a Wi-Fi router. Everyone relies on you. Nobody has a clue how you work, and you're constantly overheating. And when you finally crash, because you will, thank you very much, the doctors in the establishment will be like, let's hit the restart button on that one. Why isn't it working? I held it in for 10 seconds. Why isn't it working? I don't know what to do. No, of course you don't. Of course you don't. Because women have only been around for, like, I don't know what, like all of time, ever. But sure, nobody's figured it out yet. Like, we're basically a beta version, right? Just softly and quietly carrying the world on our hormonal roller coaster backs, like the good old days. But historically, men and women have sort of been offered slightly different options for going through midlife. So let's maybe take the example, a favorite of mine, of let's say the middle or wealthy man going through midlife. They had this sort of culturally acceptable exit strategy, right? Midlife hits, here comes the need for speed, and the motorcycle, nice and shiny, the tight lycra. And with that, what did they do? So smart. They formed bicycle gangs with other middle-aged men also in tight lycra, also called Lars. But this was like an upgrade of the whole life sometimes. New haircut, matching new jeans, matching new partner, preferably somebody who still had cartilage and the will to live. Reboot of life, until of course the heart attacks started coming. Now, for women, we didn't really get the motorcycles. Nah. We did get, though, sleep deprivation, the mood swings. We got the weird sudden rashes. I have one right now, constantly itchy. Nobody knows what and why and what to do with it. And we got the overwhelming sense that we were dying of something exotic at least once a month. And we were expected to push through. We still very much actually are. March on. We ignored symptoms because most of us to this day still don't know that they are symptoms of perimenopause. Could it be? No, really. We lose interest in sex. That hurts everybody. We take sick leave for paralyzing fatigue. And of course we did the right thing, the decent thing, and blamed ourselves. So, even though the hormonal experience of midlife for men and women can't be compared, it's literally apples and, I don't know, tomatoes. There's another experience that we do share, though, the human experience, the emotional experience. What was colorful is going gray. What was tight is loose. What was high is low. What was wet is dry, what was hard is soft. And what was clear is becoming rather foggy. Part of our life juice just fizzled out, people. Just leaked on out from the most inconvenient places, and now we're full circle back to me sneezing, right? But let's not get carried away, because I want to take you to a place that I made just for us. A resort. Maybe the last resort, really. A place where kale is illegal, naps are respected, and nobody will ask you for your password. Welcome to Club Midlife. Check in at rock bottom. Check out eventually. Club Midlife has no dress code. Soft pants are sacred, underwired bras are banned, and Birkenstocks are considered formal wear. Your room comes with blackout curtains and lowered standards. Our resort bird is, of course, the pigeon, because it walks funny, forgets where it's going, and looks mildly annoyed at all times. We have no clocks at our resort. No, sir. We'll be measuring time by how often you pee, how long you've worn those pants, and how many times you've said, "What was I looking for again?" And we will treat you. We will. On the resort, you'll easily find access to the nearest emergency moisturizing station, the lost item hotline, because you need to stop searching your room like an FBI agent. Housekeeping does not appreciate it. And we've got activities designed for your unique stage of chaos. Yeah, we do. You can join our overthinking hikes, because cardio is more fun when you spiral. Yeah, and you can do the stretch and regret, not unlike yoga, but with way more sighing. And my favorite, the silent disco for the slightly sweaty. Yeah, pants on, people off. Reformer-based mindfulness. Find your breath, lose your motivation. And when you're done pretending, mindfulness helps. You know what I'm talking about. We invite you to indulge in the one universal midlife strategy for survival: online shopping. Yes, at Club Midlife, we don't judge your purchases. We just don't. You needed that antique French lamp and the weird garlic peeler. You did. You needed it. We even have an on-site return service, no questions asked, except maybe, did you order Angel Destiny cards and new Rafa cycle pants at 2 a.m. again? We get it, because we are you. You'll do signature wellness. We have crying in a hot tub. And we have wine, yes we do, yes. And yes, it pairs beautifully with unresolved issues. We have bladder bingo, full-on sneezes and belly laughs, to pee or not to pee. Prices include dignity, panty liners, and maps of all the bathrooms. We have the walk and wonder if you're having a spiritual awakening or just high blood pressure. Yeah, and your daily meals for the fructose intolerant will be plentiful, tasty, and readily available in the nobody needs you right now zone, where no one is allowed to ask you for shit they could have done themselves. Here at Club Midlife, you are not a parent, you are not a child, you are not a sibling, a partner, a friend, or an employee to anyone. You are just a person who wants to lie down a lot. It's like being on airplane mode, but for your entire life. And maybe that's exactly what we need sometimes. A moment of nothingness, a pause, a break from the demands, the questions, and the constant notifications, the external ones, but also the internal ones. Because when the world and Instagram asks you to optimize, energize, and get some chickens, Club Midlife gives you a blanket and a snack and says, it's okay, you've done enough. Yeah, The midlife experience is changing, though, for everyone, thankfully. We're getting smarter and smarter. We're no longer quietly disappearing into burnout and divorces. Here comes the bar note. I did see that a group of researchers in 2020 spoke to a large group of women, asking them what the number one reason contributing to their divorce in this phase of life was. And to my huge surprise, it was not Lycra, it was perimenopause. So we are learning to name things. We're naming things now, like fatigue, debilitating fatigue, like brain fog, right? Like low libido, deep resentment, overpriced liquid soap addiction. And if you think you've reached the Everest of liquid soap when you're at the Aesop counter, no. Deep Teak has made a liquid dishwashing soap that's like twice the price. At that point, you're fully baked, you're ready for rehab. But we are building community through group chats where you can only use memes about frozen shoulders. We're sharing hormone stories, and we're slowly, very slowly, but we are reclaiming some peace. And we're demanding some respect. And for most of us, peace is not found on the top of a mountain or in the bottom of a green juice. Often peace is saying no to the stuff you just really do not want to do. It's canceling appointments, and it's allowing yourself to live and breathe without guilt and constant excuses. Canceling plans. It's standing in your kitchen in the dark, eating cold leftovers, suddenly remembering that you once had dreams. Well, you still do. Maybe they're just slower now. And let's be honest, this phase of life comes with a few advantages that youth didn't offer us. We're no longer auditioning for approval. We got fewer F's to give. We got better boundaries. We got excellent bullshit detectors. And we know the value of time, of silence, and comfortable footwear. And finally, we have also learned to not do the thing just because we could do the thing. So maybe if we spin our judgment of midlife around, maybe underneath the brain fog, there's a brand new clarity. Maybe underneath the insecurity, there's a new sense of self-worth and freedom. The kind of freedom that comes from letting go of stuff that don't fit no more. Whether it's people-pleasing or old goals or that weird beige bra we all have in a drawer somewhere or a toxic friendship. And when the quiet stretches out and you finally exhale, something unexpected happens. You begin to hear your voice again. And not the stressed out voice, not the multitasking voice, the real one. The one that remembers what you liked, what made you dream, what made you magic, what made you happy, what got your life juice flowing. So maybe midlife is just a rebranding. Maybe menopause is a renopause. Maybe we feel weaker and less attractive. But we are powerful in ways we never were before, not because we are walking vision boards, but because we have survived things. We've survived things. And we know how to show up uncertain, yet willing. Because we've learned that beauty has nothing to do with being admired and everything to do with being real. We know shit. Am I right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. We know shit now. And we are not lost. We just walked into the room and forgot why. So I invite you to do something small but sacred. Give yourself permission to unplug. Light that ridiculously expensive scented soy candle of yours. Ignore your emails. Throw away the kale. and build your own Club Midlife resort where the kale can't find you and where your body is loved and where for just a moment, you remember who you were before your knees started making that noise. Thank you for staying with me at Club Midlife, where no one expects you to remember their name and the only pressure is in your bladder. I'll be available afterwards for questions, hugs, or to help you find your glasses. Thank you.